Hello. Good morning. Here, should I do this? Sorry. Hello. How's everybody doing today? I'm a little worried about my dog. He came home from doggy daycare yesterday. Unusually reserved, and late last night he started whining if he touched his back, leg, thigh. And so I'm worried I'm gonna take him to the vet today. I'm worried he hurt himself playing. Could just be a sprain or something, but I'm hoping it's not anything more serious because he's pretty tough, you know. He doesn't show pain often, so I'm worried about him. So Emily's trying to get him a vet appointment right now, and then as soon as I'm done streaming here, hopefully I can take him. Good. I guess it's a good thing I don't have to do so all right today. Poor Albert, I know. What's up, A Clockwork Orange? What's up, Mark? How's everybody doing today? How are we starting out? Good morning from Canada. Good morning, Canada. Good morning from Texas. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, I just worry about the little guy. Congrats on ending so all right. Listening now, it's been amazing. I've enjoyed all of it. Be here for what's next. Thank you, Clunt. I appreciate that. I mean, what's next is just more of the same, just without that. Thank you so much for listening to Still All Right as often as you all did. I really appreciate it. Yordi J says, good morning, Geoff. First time checking in the live stream. Just wanted to say thanks for Still All Right. It was my favorite podcast the past year. Oh, thank you so much, man. Hey, what's up? Not Gutty. All that stuff feels great to hear, but also kind of sad. You know, I don't want to take something away that people liked. Thank you for the sub. It's conquering time. I really appreciate that. I listened to for well over half my life. Thank you so much. Thank you. More than any dog I know. Yeah, it's the same problem with having an English bulldog. It's just like a constant trip to the vet. We haven't been in a while, though. Although he does have an appointment Friday to get shots. So I guess we're going to go twice this week. Thank you for the sub, Schindler's Fist. Thank you so much for saying that. I love you guys, too. I haven't listened to Still All Right episode. I regret binging it so fast. I'll send along. I've already gotten a lot of emails this morning. I spent about 30 minutes in bed this morning before I got out of bed just reading people's emails. It was very, it was very sweet. Made me feel bad. You guys are making me feel, no, you're not trying to, but I'm feeling bad about ending the podcast. I just, what are you going to do? You know, something had to give. And I wanted to end it before I hated it, you know, which kind of happens with all productions, I think, at some point. Very rarely do I have the opportunity to end something on my own terms before it's too late. I was happy to do that. And he does. Maybe he'll come back someday. You never know. That whole Anma, Good Morning Gustavo, Andrew picking us to go out of business in 2026 Nostradamus thing was just a bit on Andrew that Eric and I didn't pick up on. We just let him hang himself. But he knows the podcast is gone. I think he expected some retaliation from us, and we just weren't going to give it to him. Because when you're in a comedic situation like that and somebody gives themselves enough rope, you let them hang themselves, you know. But he knows. Just so you're clear, he knows Anma and Good Morning Gustavo are over. He was trying to throw a ball to us. We just didn't want to pick it up. Can't stay long. Just want to say the cheese stakeout was one of the weirdest and best things I've seen in a while. Thank you so much, Cerilios. I really had a lot of fun making that one. Andrew is a full-on troll. Andrew is a full-on troll. making a list of all the music and films you recommended. Thank you so much. One of the things that I'm bummed about is I love sharing stuff I like, especially music. And so I imagine that I will continue to share music and movies here. Oh, weird. Oh, no, it's back. Music and movies here as a part of this. And I've thought about bringing movies back into regulation in some sort of a way. I did a few movie reviews in the past for fun. I might do something like that again, but we'll see. I don't know if you can answer this, but if Rooster Teeth, Achievement Hunter, and all that didn't end, was there a big thing you were going to do, or was life just complete at that point? You mean like new projects? Not really. Not really. I've been fortunate enough to create, to get to make just about every idea I've ever had. And then I was in a situation where there was a machine that craved more ideas. And so I spent years coming up with ideas to feed that machine. And so I feel, even at the end of Rooster Teeth, I felt pretty creatively sated, So now I just want to but the bifurcation of the way we do entertainment, the way I've participated in entertainment in the last 25 years has just worn me out. And the idea of just focusing on one project, I haven't really done that in a very long time, if ever. And so looking forward to that. Really, I don't know why my webcam keeps freezing. Looking forward to that. Thank you for the sub, Curse Pistachio. Like I've never been all in on one thing. I guess the brief period of the early RVB days when we were only doing red versus blue, but even then we were doing, for every episode of RVB that came out in season 1, even there was at least 1 or 2 episodes behind the scenes that we were making contract for Microsoft or for GameStop or for whoever, right? And so even from early on, probably from 6 months in, maybe 4 or 5 months in of Rooster Teeth, we were branching out and, trying to create new buckets. And so it's been a long, 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 long time since I've only focused on one thing. And so, and granted, I'm still streaming here, obviously. But man, it's a different animal streaming. It's not like the other productions I do. Thank you for the sub. That's Curse Pistachio again. Yeah, JeffRamsey.store, 2/22/26 this Sunday. EB Games, real ones. Remember when it was called Funko Land. And so I'm excited about that, and also I'm just at a point where like I'm getting older and I'm slowing down a bit, and I just like Philly cheesesteak just came out and somebody was just saying how much they enjoyed it, and even their husband liked it, which I really appreciated. Mark's digging trenches today. And I feel like that was a great video. And I feel like that's, I feel like regulation is creating some of the best stuff I've ever made. Thank you, JD Broomy. I really appreciate the subs today. I apologize if I miss anybody. I know you guys are going to be extra kind to me because I ended so right and stuff, and I'll try to keep up, but I apologize if I miss you. And so if I'm making the best content I feel like I've ever made, why don't I just focus on that? Slow down a little bit, focus on that. This is a stressful week for me regardless. It has nothing to do with so all right or regular. Just doing 401k compliance and trying to get all the tax stuff together, personal and for the company. And it is just the list of shit I got to do this week. And it just like, you beat it down a little bit, you get like, you knock like 5% off, 10% off, but it just still won't go away. Just can't seem to get past it. Thank you, Regulation Randy. I do think like quality over quantity, which is not something I've ever done. I've always been quantity with as much quality as possible, more quantity. And, Warrior Game Therapy says, since we last spoke, I've gotten heavily involved in veteran volunteer work. Not sure if you're connected to the vet gaming space, but there's a great community using gaming to bring vets together. We used to work with some back in the day at Rooster Teeth. for a couple years. There's good people, real good people. How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time. Yeah. Nobody likes an ending, but sometimes it is necessary to give new opportunities. I just felt bad. I felt like, thank you for this, the Spence. I felt bad because thank you for everything you did was so right in the ending. What the best I could have hoped for. Thank you. I felt like it was going to come out of nowhere. Like it'd be a bit of a surprise for y'all, even though I've known about it for almost a month now, I think. But it's since January, late January, mid to late January. But if it wasn't a surprise to you guys, then that would be because it was clear that I wasn't enjoying it and was wearing thin on it, or the content had slipped in some way. And you'd be like, oh, well, that makes sense, you know? And I don't want that. I'd rather have people go like, oh, but I was still enjoying it, because I was still enjoying it. I genuinely was. As frustrating as it was, and as exhausting as it could be, even though it shouldn't be because it's just 45 minutes a week, it was. And I was just getting to the point where I knew it was going to, like I said, I think I said in the episode, but it had crossed over from becoming a labor of love to a labor, and I was losing the love. And before it was gone, I just wanted to end it feeling great about it, you know? Not often you get to end something while you feel great about it. Good Morning Gustavo is not coming back. You're trying to give me ideas for episodes yesterday. Yeah. The problem is you guys have been great about giving me ideas, but I mean, like I said, I've even used some of them, but Braxton, man, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. But I have to you know, it has to be like something that tickles your brain and that you want to dive into. You can't manufacture that. You can't take somebody else's. Sometimes you can, but very rarely can you take somebody else's tickle and make it your own. Back in the 90s in the Army, how did they have y'all pay for traveling? Government travel cards stuff sucks ass. Pay for travel? Man, when I was in the Army, this is how we traveled. Hey, you're getting deployed to Kuwait. Have your shit packed and be in the gym at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Ready to go. Here's your packing list. Put all your shit together. Meet with your platoon in front of the barracks. Walk over to the gym. Sit on some bleachers. Sit on those bleachers for 2.5 hours while you hear nothing from anyone. You're just told to shut up and wait. And then quietly, with no fanfare, 2.5 hours in, they say, get on the buses. And then everybody gets on single file line and gets onto the buses. And then the buses drive you to West Fort Hood, where the airfield is. And then there is a big C-7A Galaxy or C-130 or whatever it is on the field, maybe a World Air commercial jet, and that's been commissioned. And then you just get on that plane. And then you get off that plane in Kuwait, and there is no money transferred. There's no civilian travel. Every trip I ever took in the Army that the Army sent me on was on a military plane or handled above my pay grade. I never went through an airport, a civilian airport, on official business. Maybe it's different now. I could revisit So All Right. I actually was ridiculously, because I'm launching this stupid Geoff store this weekend, where the timing is so perfect on my end, canceling my podcast. And then I thought I should go back and re-edit it to put the dates in because that's going to maximize, you know, effectiveness. But even that, I just didn't want to. I felt like that was messing with the original message of saying goodbye. And I don't want to turn it into a marketing spiel. So I just left it. And then was thinking, even over the weekend, I was thinking, I could always just like, how dumb would it be the week after I end So All Right to have a 5-minute So All Right where I'm like, hey, I know I just stopped, but my new store launched and I want to let you guys know. And that feels kind of lame. So I don't think I'll do that. But you never know. I had genuinely enjoyed making So All Right when I had the time and bandwidth and I was in the right space for it. So I would easily do it again someday if that makes sense to me again, if I'm in a place where it makes sense. But right now, I just want to make more content with the regulation boys. Like if I can get my Tuesdays and Wednesdays back, I know that Eric and Nick are doing 100% eat on those days, but Gavin and Andrew and I could do stuff Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you know. We'll see. Like Gavin and I playing those Portal games, you know, those are games I would have to film around. It's all right, but now I can just do it. You missed by so much by being. I had a starting soon screen. I just only had it on for like 3 seconds, and after I started. I do it again though. Watch this. Hey, what's up, everybody? Should damn near shoot a phantom. Good morning, Wungus Bill. I even thought about pulling the episode and releasing one more like So All Right episode, do a mail episode or something, because God knows I have a lifetime of email to get back to you guys on, and then pushing the cancellation to next week. But then I'd have to re-edit the cancellation because it just wasn't worth it. Just do it the way it's supposed to be. Stop trying to maximize things for effectiveness, you know? Just let it be what it is. Good morning, Baldy. Am I still going to check the email address? Absolutely. And I mentioned that in the podcast. I will keep the email address open. It's like $6 a year or something. So I won't get rid of it. And that'll still be a way I encourage you to communicate with me for this podcast or for this stream, because this stream will take over that amount of my mind share, if that makes sense. And so anything that I would have done on So All Right, talk about an old ninja movie or recommend bands to you guys or whatever, I'll do here. I'll just do impromptu So All Rights here. That's really what it'll come down to. Are you going to keep updating the Song of the Day playlist? I don't update it now. Are you open to guests on the regulation videos when the Eat Boys are away? I'm not. We're not. Beat my squat PR, but damn, me digging sucks right now. I bet, Mark. I hate to hear that. How much digging do you have to do today? Oh, let's see what Emily said. I bet it's about the dog. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta go help get Albert in the car. Emily's gonna take him right now. Be right back. I'm gonna give you guys a starting student screen. Let everybody know I started, but I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get the dog in the car. Out of coffee. That's unfortunate. My cousin started rock climbing. He and his then boyfriend, now husband, started rock climbing together on a whim. I want to say like 8 years ago. And now they travel the world climbing everywhere. All over the world. It's so cool. Infinite Cheeto, thank you for the sub. They're always like hanging off of some rock in West Virginia or Canada or somewhere. What do we get play today? I don't know. I'm not in a hurry. I don't have Soul All Right to record at 10 anymore. So I don't need to rush out of here. Got it about Soul All Right, but you understand it. Well, thank you, P. Molden. I hope people won't be too annoyed with me. What are we doing, Braxton Man? I don't know. We'll hang out for a minute, and then we'll probably try the gas station simulator, see if we have more luck today. Maybe we'll switch over and open up the DLC map over on the island or wherever it is. How big is Albert getting? He's about 65 pounds. He actually was up to like, he might be 62. He was up to 66 pounds for a little while, and he's come back down some. All right, I got 2 long texts here I'm going to read from Arnett. I remember the first time I saw Red vs. Blue, it was on a burned VCD of the downloaded first season. I'll fucking sue you for that. It was shortly after my mom passed unexpectedly. Okay, I'm not going to sue you. And it helped me find the humor in the world again. I followed for a few seasons and fell off only to rediscover Achievement 100 years later. Even growing older, I've still found myself drawn to your content. And the reason is because of the person you are. Well, that's very kind of you to say. Seeing Geoff having fun with his friends, being silly, and being one of the best role models for a dad of it. Wow. We're angling to make Geoff cry today. We're on track. Even my mornings between jobs are better because of you. Thank you for the years and years of entertainment, but also for the years of inspiration. Thank you, Marnette. That's very kind of you. You guys just said some very sweet things to me today. Gotten a lot of really nice emails. Roadside Research is Gestation Simulator. Yeah, I have Roadside Research. We're gonna play it for regulation, so I'm holding off on it until we do. But I downloaded it. You having a baby girl? Congratulations! That's awesome. Girls are the best. I'm so happy for you, Bashra. You're going to love it. Being a dad is the great. And Malignant Slowrod said, "Cry, bitch." Being a dad is the greatest thing on earth. And I was never a dad to a son, but being a dad to a daughter is pretty fucking awesome. I can't imagine it's better being a son myself. I can't imagine that's better. We kind of suck. You deserve to live today. Thanks, Regulation Rat. I think so too. You know, on those days, on those nights when I lay in bed and I think, I didn't earn my oxygen today, I don't think I should probably kill myself. Like, that's not the next logical. That's not the next step on the flow chart. It's like, okay, dickhead, be better tomorrow. That's all. Try a little bit harder tomorrow because you fucking sucked today. That's all. Crime scene cleaner. Yeah. Yucky. Are you continuing streams in the same capacity? Yeah, if not a little bit more, honestly. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my, I stream on Mondays, but I have to stop for the break show and for the meeting and yada, yada, yada. So I'm kind of limited there. But Tuesdays and Wednesdays are wide open to me now. Those are my Soul Right days. So now I can stream later, more. Doesn't change the schedule on Thursday. I still won't stream on Thursdays because I have to focus on regulation. And then Fridays are office days now. So there's just, and we're already streaming, at the office at 4. So probably won't see any more days of the week that I stream than Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, except for honestly, Sunday, Monday streams will probably be, Sunday or Monday night streams will probably be more common now that Emily doesn't do Clutch My Pearls. But outside of that, that's probably it. Would I play New Vegas since I've been playing 4? I would, yeah. I barely remember it. I played it so long ago. Can I get you a hall pass? If a studio company decided to do a full production style reboot of RVB, would you reprise the role of Griff? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would never not be Griff. I've offered the opportunity to play that guy. I'm always going to choose to. But I'll be honest with you. I'm friends with Bernie Burns, the guy who created it and who currently helms Rooster Teeth. And if he has any plans for more Griff, I have not heard of them. So that's not been communicated to me in any way. Emily needs to find goddamn Baby Sean. Goddamn Baby Sean's right around the corner, I think. Would I play Fallout 76? I do play Fallout 76. I haven't in a while, but I've been playing. I played it a bunch. I played it with Burn Dog a little bit. He's a big Fallout 76 guy. I've been around since the very beginning. I have seen every show and episode of RT and AH content, every Easter egg in the Halo games, and love seeing you succeed. We even named our son after Gavin. Thank you for everything that you've done and the years of laughter. Oh my God. Infinite Cheeto, thank you so much for saying that. It's very... I don't accept kindness well. I don't know what to do with it. And so it's a little overwhelming for me. I'm not good at ingesting it, but thank you. Thank you all. If you think you can end, let's see. If you think you can just end So All Right without all of us telling you how much we love and appreciate you and we'll support you whatever you do, then you got another thing coming now. I appreciate that. Both of my parents struggled with alcohol and never got help. Watching you improve your life and be there from... Thanks, Silver Scripts. What did you guys watch on TV last night? I watched, shit, what did I watch? I watched Love is Blind. Caught up on the new season of Love is Blind. It's okay. It's okay so far. The Woman in Cabin 10. Is that okay, Whiskey, thank you for distracting me with that. You like that movie? Was it engaging? Was it well acted? I ask because I read the book and I made it all the way through the book, but I was disappointed in the book. I wanted it to be a lot better than I thought it was. And so I was dubious when I saw the movie. But then I liked The Girl on the Train. I thought that book was phenomenal. And then I wasn't as crazy about the movie. So maybe the movie of The Girl in Cabin 10 will be better than the book. Maybe it's the reverse. Started watching you on RVB before I left for basic training on a work-study program in 2009, and I've been hooked since then. You and the people you work with, continue to work with, have been a huge inspiration. I'm inspired by them as well. I agree. Thank you. Landman? I can't get into it. I don't like Taylor Sheridan stuff. Shogun? Yeah, I heard it was very, very good. I can't get Emily to watch a lot of period piece stuff unless it's not Bridgerton, the other one, Gilded Age. That's the only period stuff she wants to watch. His and Hers on Netflix. I don't know it. I have not watched Wonder Man, but I'm off superheroes. I always wanted to check out Resident Alien. See you later, Infinite Cheeto. Have a great day. Thank you for everything. How bad do you think the USA will lose to Canada? Oh, well, how bad are they going to cheat? Loving the podcast and the random streams I can catch of you. Any chance of return to the Panton collection? I don't know. That's a good question. You'd have to ask him, honestly. Trading in my 18-year regulation listener status just to say thank you for the years of entertainment, Geoff. Thank you, Hans Moleman. I love your name. Hans Moleman's one of my favorite Simpsons characters. You better remember this stream when you're checking your oxygen balance. I loved Alien Earth, Warrior Game Therapy. I thought Alien Earth is one of the rare instances where a new production is introduced into an existing franchise that enhances it in every way. It should have gone the way of the Sarah Connor Chronicles and been canceled and panned and tanked, but it wasn't. It made the Alien franchise better in every measurable way and excited me about aliens in a way that I haven't been excited since I was a teenager, probably. Topps 2026 design? It's all right. I'm not blown away by it, but it's not the worst I've ever seen, you know? We need a Panton branded chair protector. Good Lord. One finger or a whole hand, who cares? It's not supposed to touch the granite. That's right. Did it again, too, I saw. Multiple offenses. What about the pit? I can't watch the pit. It's too gross. It's too gross and too sad. Like every time I come into a room, my wife's watching the pit, there's either blood shooting out of some poor woman's chest or there's a family trying to process the loss of their child because they did fentanyl, you know, and it's just like grief and blood. That show is an hour of grief and blood every week. I discovered RVB RT during my sophomore year of college in 2007. I've been following ever since. I watch so much content now. My kids, 3 and 18 months, hell yeah, love watching you guys play games, especially Chicken Horse and oddly enough GTA. I'm hoping they will like playing games as much as they like watching you guys play. Thank you for all the years of laughs and entertainment. Man, I was watching a TikTok last night with somebody throwing sticky grenades on a train in GTA, which does nothing, of course. And Emily, again, was watching it, and she was like, could we do that together? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. She seems really interested in GTA for some reason. I'm going to nurture it, though. It's the pit, not the highs. It's cool how accurate they made it. Yeah, it seems very accurate. Plus, I think the lead doc has PTSD from the pandemic, which is odd. It's very relatable. It feels like a very real peer into an incredibly stressful and difficult career that I just don't. I can assume that it's that heartbreaking every day, day in, day out, and appreciate the men and women who do it. But I don't. I just don't want to watch the stories. It's just too sad for me. Back when I was 12 and my brother was 9, we used to argue about who discovered Rooster Teeth between the two of us. Did Eric ever learn to Frisbee? No, I don't think he did. How's the Michigan house plan going? You know what? I don't know. I'm in a point now, Asilos, where I've been renting for 2 years. I'm about to face a 3rd-year lease. Ideally, well, I just don't know. We are now actively looking to buy a home in Austin and in Michigan, and it's gonna. I mean, I have a real estate agent in Austin now. I have a real estate agent in Michigan. I've been looking actively in Michigan for years, and we just haven't found the place. And I'm starting to lose hope that it's just going to be that easy. So basically, the way I'm looking at it now is we're going to buy the first house that we find that's our house. So if it's in Austin, I'm buying the house in Austin. If it's in Michigan, I'm buying the house in Michigan. And then go from there. It won't really change our plans other than if I buy a house in Austin, it'll severely limit the kind of house I could buy in Michigan. It'd be a much, much smaller house. The idea was to buy a big house in Michigan and a tiny little apartment in Austin, but it could go the other way. I don't know. I'm also considering renting in Michigan instead of just buying a place in Michigan. Why not just like Emily and I had so much fun at her birthday. We went to see Phantom of the Opera downtown at the Opera House and just had a lot of fun dicking around downtown, which we've spent a lot of time staying there in hotels in the past. And who knows, maybe we'll just rent in a little apartment downtown or something. I've been looking for the past 4 years for my wife in Royal Oak, Ferndale, Detroit, and my hometown, and it's not for the weak. You know what, Sad Cat Sam? It's crazy. It's true too because it's supposed to be so cheap up there, and it is cheaper than Austin. Like, don't get me wrong, the house you could buy in Royal Oak is twice the house you could buy in Austin for the same price, but it's still. I love Ferndale. I think Ferndale's awesome. I have not been able to convince my wife that she loves Ferndale. You know, she's still a Grosse Pointe person, I think, and an Indian Village, but I think Ferndale's pretty cool. Don't buy a house older than the president. No. I've never owned a house younger than a president, unfortunately. I don't think. Happy to see you for my first morning stream, Geoff. Have you been to Buffalo, Michigan? No, I haven't. Is it in where? What part of Michigan is it in? Dabbers. Michigan's not cheap. It's just so much cheaper than where I currently live. You can buy a 5,000 square foot Tudor home in and around Detroit. Hell, I just saw one. I looked at one in Boston Edison a week ago. It was probably 5,400 square feet, corner lot, about a block away from the Congregation, which is a really cool coffee shop that used to be a church. And I think it was $650,000, which is a ton of money. But you can get a 100-year-old, 5,000 square foot mansion in a historic neighborhood. Boston Edison's a historic neighborhood in Detroit for $600,000. $600,000 would not buy you will buy you a starter home 45 minutes out of town in Austin. $600,000 in the city of Austin would buy you a lot and a teardown. You couldn't get the house that I could get in that house that I looked at that I'm definitely not getting in Boston Edison would cost $3 million in Austin, probably. That's a tremendous amount of square space. That's the problem with a little bit of the problem with Michigan is it's hard to find houses that aren't too big because they're all so big. And what do you do with all that space, you know? It's so funny because I moved to Austin in 94 when it was one of the cheapest, easiest places in America to live. And it was known for that, you know? You could make about $300 a month and survive in Austin if you were in a band and you wanted to. And it is just not that city anymore. But the thing about moving to, and you're right, Mark, the thing about moving to a place like Michigan, though, Texas, Austin, it's easy. There's new houses. There's probably, within 4 blocks of me, there's probably 12 houses that are being built right now. Teardowns, new builds. But in Michigan, I think I've seen one house being built in Grosse Pointe in the 6 years that I've been visiting Grosse Pointe. 7 years I've been visiting Grosse Pointe. And I know the house. It's on Mack Avenue. It's like a weird little modern house, sit on an angle. It's cute. It's cool. I like it. It took the guy forever to build it. But that's the only new construction I've seen in Michigan. If you want to buy a home up in the Detroit area, you're not buying a new one. Everything's old there. They'd laugh at 600,000. Yeah, I know. 600,000 in Iowa would be massive. Yeah, $600,000 in Oklahoma, you could buy half of Oklahoma, you know? It's just about where you want to live. Austin really needs more bike lanes, and we got a fair amount, Mango, and they're building more left and right. The neighborhood, I will say, the last 2 homes I've lived in, this one here, which is kind of centrally, and then the one that was a little north, I never had to ride. I don't have to ride the road. Like I'm close enough to a bike path that will get me to Hike and Bike Trail or South Walnut Creek Trail or one of the bigger trails pretty much immediately. So with protected bike lanes, and then tip me immediately onto a trail. Winters are brutal too. I was just in the UP for a family affair 6 weeks over the holidays, and I almost forgot the snow I grew up in. Yeah. 600,000 in some parts of Florida is a down payment. Yeah. Would you be better off just building your own home in Michigan? That's a whole can of stress and worms I don't want to get into. I would prefer an older home built, as the wood is stronger than... Listen, I understand what Mark's saying, and when you listen to this tomorrow... When is the podcast come out? Tomorrow's regulation podcast. There is an hour-long story that is essentially about the house we're staying in. Some other stuff, too. I get it, and I've owned 3 homes now. Oh, you know what? The first home I bought was built in the 80s, so I guess that home wasn't old. But the second home I owned was built in 1934. And then the next house I owned was built in like 1938. And I had dealt with all the problems of those houses. But I will say, houses in Michigan are built well. And and they're built in such a way that you can fix things, you know? The basements in Michigan are very cool and allow a lot of opportunity. The thing you got to worry about in Michigan is flooding. You got to worry about holes in your basement. You got to worry about moisture seeping in. You got to worry about pumping that out. That's a whole new thing we don't have to deal with in Texas because we don't have basements. But that's the big thing they deal with there. But you also have to look at it. If a house in Michigan is still standing and it's 120 years old, it's a well-built, well-maintained house. Thank you for the sub, Glaze McGuffin. Hearing you throw around 6-digit numbers scares the fuck out of me. The most expensive home in my city is $300,000. That'd be awesome if you get a house for yeah. $60,000 sounds awesome. It's great. It really is just about location and where you want to live, you know. I bought my first house in Austin for $92,500. Thank you for the sub, Cowboy fan. That house sold 2 years ago. I saw it sell for $540,000 or something. It's not what I sold it for. I sold it for like $140,000. But yeah, it's crazy how much in my adult lifetime, like the first house I own is worth 5 times what I bought it for now in 20 years. It's crazy. I mean, the easiest solution is just to keep renting here for another year. Four-bedroom house in Pontiac for $160,000. Fixer-upper, yeah. I got one question. Would you be willing to go to an anime convention or something to do signatures and stuff? I've done it a million times in the past. Ever lost. It's not something I'm looking to do, but if a convention wants to pay me to come out and sign autographs for 2 days, I would. But I got news for you. They're not calling. Was listed at $25K. Yeah. The average home price is over $250 for a 2-bed, 2-bath. Man, I'd fucking kill for that in Austin. We looked at a house in Austin, not because we're going to buy it, because we're not, because it's too expensive. But we looked at a house in East Austin over the weekend that was 2,600 square feet, 1-car garage, huge front yard, but very high up on a hill. Like, I don't think my mom could physically walk the driveway. It was so steep if she came to visit, which made the front yard essentially useless. I don't even know if you could grade it to put stairs in. It was so steep. Anyway, gorgeous home, new construction, tall ceilings, very pretty, 2,600 square feet. We looked at it because it was one of the few houses that was on the market, and we heard that the seller might be motivated to sell. So we thought we'll just take a look at it. Not that we could afford it or that we would buy it, but it was 1.2 million. And I hear that the seller may go down to 1.1. But there you go. That's what a house. Oh, 5 minutes to 10 minutes from downtown, just east on Lake Airport. 10 minutes from downtown in Austin would cost you. That was one of the more affordable homes we saw. So we thought, well, let's go take a look at it and see. You know, not that we'll get it, but we're definitely not going to get it. But there you go. 1.2 million will get you 2,600 square feet in Austin on the low end. Starter homes are like 200K, not built well. And I would be scared to buy a house that was built between 2020 and 2024. I probably wouldn't buy a house or a car built during that 4-year period. "10 minutes to downtown, 10 minutes too far." I know. $1,800 to 2,500 square foot homes in Middle Tennessee start in the high 400s. Yeah. Even where my mom lives in Alabama has gotten crazy expensive. Like every once in a while when I'm visiting, I'll throw on Zillow just to see like what houses sell for there. And I can't believe people would pay that kind of money to live in Alabama. And then if I bought a house in Austin anyway, I'd be in the same situation I was in before, where I don't want to pay the property taxes. So I don't know. I'm of two minds on the whole thing, but I definitely am over renting. I think I miss the permanence. I want my castle, as it were, my little plot of earth that I own. It's mine. What's your opinion of tiny homes? I think they're great. I love them. If I could buy a big ass property and put a tiny home on it and get away with it, I would, but I don't think that fits my lifestyle or my wife's. I lived in a condo downtown in Austin. It was great, but I didn't look back when I got a house after that 2 years in the condo. It's inconvenient for a lot of things. Traffic, groceries. I lived on the 24th floor. You park on the 6th. You get all the way up the elevator to your room, to your house, and realize you forgot something in the car. You got to go all the way back down. But one of the elevators is broken, so you got to wait for the elevator. And then somebody's yappy dogs on the elevator trying to bite your ankle the whole way down. And then you get out there, and then you realize that you left your keys upstairs for the car, so you got to go back upstairs to get the keys to come. It just, yeah, it's a bit annoying. There is a house for sale right now that I would buy in Lockhart, but I doubt I can afford it. It's a house that Emily and I used to stay at as an Airbnb that we absolutely loved. It's the reason we want to buy a certain kind of house in Michigan, because we fell in love with this house, but it is a price available upon request kind of sale, and so I feel like there's no fucking point. Also, even as great as that house is, I don't know that any house is worth living in Lockhart, that far away from Austin. I mean, I like Lockhart, don't get me wrong, but, you know. Should we play a video game? See if we have any better luck today. I didn't watch Friday or Saturday, Goocher Scooper, at all, but I did watch the Sunday games, and they were great. I thought the tournament itself was awesome.
Do you like your job?
I'll take your blueprint, and I'll give you... You want some cookies? No?
I didn't accept that offer.
There we go.
The offer I couldn't refuse.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Best of luck. Full trash. Customer at fuel. Customer at car wash. Customer at ice creams ×6. That's not a good sign. Are we having staffing problems? 1, 2, 3. They got somebody at the ice cream stand. Making the ice cream. Good. There's Andrew. Is there nobody to... Well, I'll do it, but... Are you guys just waiting on help? Well, I got you. Can't do you. You can only do one at a time, I guess. It looks like you got a bad tire. All right, you're right. I'll go ahead and take care of that for you. Luckily for you, you are working with the fastest tire changer in the Southwest. That's not an official title. Don't look that up on Guinness or anything. But I am pretty darn good. And we will get you back on the road as quickly as humanly possible. I'm sure you are very busy. Looks like you're going to some sort of a holiday party. Scratch remover. Can do that. Mirror. I can do that. Mirror. Man, what happened to this fucking car? I'm doing some sort of a high-speed chase. What do we got going on in here? Coolant. I don't think I've actually done coolant yet. Okay. Oh my God, this guy needs everything. Don't get me wrong, I'm not upset about it, but wow. You came to the right place. Handle the register, repair cars. Clean the station, make ice. Okay, okay. So we're good. We're good. Let's add some shit back in. Okay. Yeah. Things are good. Things are real good. Oh wait, maybe we can sit on the bench now. Can you put fluids in the wrong place? I don't think so. It'd be cool if you could though. No. No, the game really doesn't want me to do that. Let's save. Oops. Since we've had some success here. How are we doing on fuel? Now that I think about it, I can't remember the last time I bought gas for us. We're actually doing okay. Let's add... Huh. So did I order it? I don't think I did. That's fast. You'd have stuck jet wash? Yeah. Oh, hello. I didn't know you were over here. Sorry. Let me help you out there. Need some gas? Yeah, that's no problem. Woo, you do. You're thirsty. Get you taken care of. Oh, close enough. What do you got going on here? You don't want to trade these things? Is that what I'm seeing? No trade? Seems like you make the trade to me. We better go help out that Also, Geoff, I'm so excited for the Geoff collection to come back on the 22nd. Is the day after I paid. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. What's your experience with neighborhood watches? Oh, Mark. Oh, Mark. My experience with neighborhood watches? I don't have one. Junkyard is currently closed. How does one... I wonder if that's a computer thing? Like, shouldn't I be able to go to... Tidal Wave? Wherever that is? I wonder how we get there. Did I turn it off? I thought I turned it on. Well, hurry the fuck up. See you guys. I bet it won't. Junkyard. What the fuck is the junkyard? Ah, well. What are you going to do? This game's a buggy piece of shit, huh? What's up, Geoff? Just got back from seeing the band Yob live. Bloody great. Yeah, that's cool. Your boss is lucky you don't smoke cigarettes. Full trash. Is she on the ice cream station or something? I don't know what's going on with the trash stuff lately. How are we doing on ice cream? Seems all right. Then again, I don't fucking know. All right, she's definitely mopping. So we don't have full trash. Is he going to finish? Jeez Louise. You go now, man. It's like moving in. How are we doing over here? Man, this one. All right, we need tires. I think that's about it over there. So we're going to buy tires. But then we're just going to buy a shitload of stuff to save. Or to stock up on. What we got going on up here? Can we go up the stairs today? No. You know what that means? It's gonna be one of those fucking days. Big order. Let's go wait for it. Low water pressure. God damn it. Why can't I wire this button up to the top? To the surface so I don't have to... Fucking come on. You can't be serious. There we go. Y'all ever put so much weight on a barbell that there's a massive line of bruises along your shoulders all the time? Oh, wait, no, never. Never. I read that wrong. Never. Come on in. Oh. I didn't see you in there. I'm sorry. You're next. Come on. Would we ever release a hat that... we tried to. We tried to release that beanie. The unzippable beanie, but it didn't work. We gave it our the old didn't go to college try. If I've learned anything about the gym via TikTok over the last few years, it's that people are only at the gym to film themselves working out, and very annoyed if you try to use the gym around them while they're filming themselves working out. Seems to me that all gyms are just production studios now for independent fitness creators. At least that's my layman's opinion. Okay. Car wash, ice creams. Doing good. Doing good. Lottery's looking good. Now, if only we could figure out how to open up the other map. Oh, we're doing this shit again. Get the weird-sized broom. God, this fucking game. I want it to work so badly. Look, we even got an area over there we can walk to now if we could get up there. See what kind of upgrades we can do. Higher building level required. Dang. Higher building level required. Interesting. There we go. We got a tower now. Handheld computer. No shit. That's pretty rad. All right, let's stop spending money. Let's start making money. Bring it on back. Let me fill her up. Thank you. Let's see what we got. That is what you asked for. What are you talking about?
Are you curious to know what I bring there?
You guys want tires?
Are you curious to know what I bring there?
Colombian coffee'd be pretty cool to offer in the store. And everybody wants that. And I think we need purple. Trade a tire. Sweet. Maybe I can go up here now. No. 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 I'll just go fuck myself. Okay. Well, we'll just hang out here. Oh, this is my computer now. That's awesome. Now we just hang out. Use the tablet anywhere on the map to actually... Yeah, that's pretty cool. Do you know how I get to the other map? The beach map? Save before it crashes. Man, we were having a fucking time yesterday, weren't we? Boo. Hey, Siri, what's the weather today? Speaking
Looks
of...
like it will be partly cloudy today. The high temperature will be 82 degrees and low will be 59.
82 degrees in Austin today. That's the high. That means t-shirt on my bike ride today. Not mad at that. Not mad at that.
You're a lifesaver.
Still can't. Okay. I think I've done all this. Yeah, that's all done. Yeah, I guess I don't really know what to do. Excuse me. Can't sit on my bench. You cannot travel between the two. Oh, okay. So that's just like a new start completely? That's cool. I'm actually not mad at that. I would like to sit on this bench and do this part, but the game really doesn't want me to. Happy Tuesday, Kirby Bong. I'm excited for... Let's see if we can back our way up the stairs. I'm excited for... Well, for the podcast this week, I think it's a really good one. I'm excited about the, you know, being at and past the so all right thing. I've been living with that for like a month, you know. Happy that that's out in the world and official. Big stream Friday because we're selling more. Oh, there's keys right there. We're selling coins and patches. And who knows what else. There may be some other funny. Maybe some stuff you guys have already stumbled into this week that's confusing and hilarious. Philly cheesesteak out of the cinema. Thank you so much. Death metal shirts restocking in the near future. There are not, Mark. I think we have not ordered more of those. We've sold through the initial 2 orders. We could maybe make more. I'm gonna barrel. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. We're gonna. We got up. Wow, they made that hard. They made that really hard. Let's see what we got going on over here. Oh. Got a blueprint coming in. Oof. Hoosa. Are the new coins a callback to the left sock coin flip? No, they're just the coin decided. Coins are use the coin to decide the future of the coin, and the coin determined that there would be an additional 5,000 coins printed in the exact same way with no additions or addendums, unfortunately. You'll buy 2 more in a heartbeat. I'll tell you what, Mark. Let me write it down. Well, I'll see about maybe ordering more. That's done. What was it? I need to do patch hats. I need to reorder those. Metal shirt. Okay. As long as they're gonna sell out, I guess I should keep making them, right? Here, let me fill this guy's tank up real fast. Once I get back up to around like 10 grand, we'll start spending money on upgrades again. In the meantime, I'll take your blueprint. Take it happily. Thank you very much. You have a great day. We'll just hang out back here. When are we getting Mark the Frog shirt? Mark's not going to sell his license to us. He's not that foolish. Anyway, big store sale Friday. If you didn't get a coin last time because they sold out in 15 minutes, you should hopefully have plenty of opportunity. Plus the new pack of patches. Hopefully you guys will enjoy those. And then who knows what else? Who knows what else is floating out there in the world this week that could be fun or funny? Thank you, Hawksternal. I really appreciate that. A third Ready Boy shirt. A lifetime supply of metal shirts. Sounds like Geoff knows something we don't. I always do. I was sitting here, I don't know, 10 streams ago, 12 streams ago, humming American music by Violent Femmes like 15 minutes after I decided that that's what it was going to be. And you guys were like, oh, I like that song. And I was like, yeah, me too. I'm always throwing out little Easter eggs on you. I told you guys I was killing So All Right 3 weeks ago. You just didn't know it. Oh, is this, you're not leaving? You're just frozen here? Great. You're going to break the game doing that shit. Thank you. Let's head back over here and see if we can get away from that before it happens. Oh, is it doing the... Gotta love it. Wow, this game is... I want to like it so much. I mean, I do like it. I've played it so much, but I want it to be better. Let's try Tidal Wave. Can we all take us? I'm going to pause the chat here. Can we all take a second to just appreciate the sheer lunacy of this fucking game? I tried to load the DLC and it crashed to desktop. Just starting a new game. Any intention on making 3XLs for the upcoming Geoff store? I think so. I think it goes up to 3 or 4. It just depends on what's available via Fourth Wall. Because I'm not printing it myself. I'm doing drop shipping. I'm doing this as effectively for both of us as possible, as cheaply as possible for both of us. But I think we go up to 3 or 4. I'll have to, but I'll check after this. The Hegemon says, for the Geoff line, are you putting up the sweater with the dagger in the skull? For this game, you need to be online. Pretty sure I'm online. Oh, gas station, why? Sweater with the dagger in the skull. I do have a t-shirt with the dagger in the skull coming out, I think. But yeah, I have that. If it's not coming out immediately, it will eventually, probably. As long as there's demand for that stuff, I'll keep rotating. I'm not going to release 1,000 different products all at once and say, like, here's everything. But I'll release in chunks of 5 or 10 as I'm able to make them. The thing is, I got to make it. And then because I'm just uploading a file to a random website and then sizing it, and it says the quality is there. So then I have to physically buy that item, ship it to myself so I can check the quality, make sure it's decent before I then try to sell it to you guys. And so that's just a bit of a slow process. I actually don't know how much. I mean, I'm still waiting on all this stuff to come for Sunday. There is a possibility that Sunday will come by and I'll be unhappy with all the merch and not sell any of it, but I don't think so. Love you too. Just streams here. Appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Mark. That's good to know. Just send me an invite or whatever. I'd be done after yesterday. Man, I'm so close. Look how many achievements we have in this game. We're down to, we have like 8 to go. I just want to have fun in the... Just want to have fucking fun. You need to leave. There's not even anybody in this one. It's just a phantom plane. God damn it. This fucking game, man. Let me tell you. Do you think I'll be able to walk up the stairs? That's an indication of how broken we are right now. Oh, I can walk right up the stairs. All right, in a minute and a half, let's see what happens. Is this plane here? Can I walk through it? It might not even be here. Gives me a prompt to interact with it, though. Don't appreciate that. Really, all we have left in this game is just the... Can't seem to go to the junkyard, whatever the fuck that is. Is this the junkyard? How do I open the junkyard? This fucking game. Let's put some tires up. Do you take me to the... Take me over... Close enough. Thank you. All right. Plane's leaving. Yep. Can't go up the stairs. Fucked up broom. Can't go up the stairs. Can't load the fucking DLC. Can't see the... Yeah, I can. See it here. No. What? Ew. 5 minutes? All right. I'll wait 5 minutes. Last time I heard you breathe so deeply was during the movie. Yeah, this is my no exit. Call it on gas station sim. I think you might be right. I until there's like a update or something or a patch. Let's do this. Let's save. Let's go back to main menu. Let's see if we can load. I'll try one more time. What if we turn the Xbox off? The bench issue needs to be patched on consoles. It's because the character in the game has too fat of an ass. So it's not just me, is what you're saying. We're going to try one more time to load the DLC, and then we're done. Then we're going to walk away. We're going to make the decision, the painful decision to walk away from Gas Station Simulator after today. Today's Tuesday. Yeah. End of All Right. End of Gas Station Simulator. Tomorrow's a brave new world for us. I don't know what we'll be playing. What? I am going to take a nice bike ride today, Mango. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I have a lot of admin stuff to do with taxes and the 401k. But, man, I hope I'm fucking done with it by tomorrow and then by the end of the day tomorrow, and then I don't have to think about it again for a year. Bolt gun tomorrow, or did I finish Dave the Diver? You know, I didn't finish Dave the Diver. I probably should get back to that. You know what else we need to get back to? This guy right here, Roadcraft. Definitely need to get back to Roadcraft. But I also kind of want to check out Barn Finders. Maybe tomorrow we could start with Barn Finders. Or maybe tomorrow we could start with Treasure Hunter Simulator. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. Here's an idea. Let's try Gas Station Simulator. Let's see if we can get the... Well, look, we got 30 more minutes of the stream. I don't want to switch games in the middle. It makes my thumbnails annoying to make. So let's just see if we could eke out just a little bit more gameplay here. I'm such a glutton for punishment. Dude, I want to play that jail escape simulator so bad, Brief Relief, and I'm only not playing it on stream because of the Andrew videos. I don't want to take anything away from those videos because they're so good. So I'm just biding my time until we're past all that, and then I am absolutely going to be playing that. I promise you. Looking very forward to it. Like, we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. We put a lot of sweat equity into this gas station. Like, look at everything we've accomplished and built over this time together. And it's hard to walk away. Put a lot of your life into something, you know? You think it was easy to me for walk away from Rooster Teeth? Same shit, man. This gas station's my identity.
Hola, hermano.
Please let me.
Can we make a deal? Amazing.
Oh, Jaguar plushie. That's new. No? Thank you. We're going to put those Jaguar plushies in the store right now. See, if we'd quit then, we wouldn't have... First off, we wouldn't have our coffee, our airport Colombian coffee out, but also we wouldn't have our Jaguar plushies. Booyah. At this point, I think Geoff's identity is killing projects on his terms. You know, that is something that I did not mention. I thought about it after, and I felt it like it wasn't as important of a point to bring up anyway in the grand scheme of things, but that is part of it, to be completely and totally honest with you. What is this guy? Did I buy something? Did I buy? What are you delivering? You know, we didn't end. I don't want to be canceled. You know, I don't like being canceled. I don't like Warner Brothers telling me you're done with So All Right or ANMA or Regulation. So we continued those things. Oh, it's the painting company. Okay. That's cool. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I know when it's time to stop. And so I kept it going. And then I realized it's time to stop. And I was very, much like Mark was joking, but I was very happy to be able to end So All Right on my terms. That felt like a huge win to me because it did not feel like a win to be told, hey, dickhead, your podcast is done. Thank you for your service. It's over, you know? And so to be able to go back in and maintain some sort of control or command over the end of it was pretty nice feeling. It's kind of the way it works with productions, you know? You go till you get canceled. You go till somebody tells you you have no value anymore. I'm happy to do that on my terms, you know? No? No. Yeah, we're fine. Things are working fine here. Yeah, that one. Horus Heresy is going to be coming a lot better now that I have a day and a half more to read a week. I will be getting back on it here. Probably once I get past the tax stuff and the 401k stuff, I'm approaching a deadline here that's stressing me the fuck out. And it's one of those things where I can't fill it out myself. I need answers. So I'm having to track down answers from accountants and lawyers. Once I'm past that, I can breathe again. Just breathe. Oh, wait. Should I see if that guy's coming around? Nope. I have trouble hitting that one. There you go. 5 minutes. We're going to make some big deals with these fellas. He's taken off. That's great. Got customers. We're looking good. Everything is looking good. We got plenty of duct tape. Can't sit on this bench. Reading in general improves your vocabulary, Mark. It's the best thing you can do for it. I have my vocabulary has slipped over the last decade or so because I read less. Something I need to fix. Paint a Space Marine on stream, like a mini. That's not my jam. And it's nothing to do with Warhammer. I didn't particularly enjoy painting minis in D&D either. We'd always get together and have like mini painting nights. And it just was like, I like to hang out, but I don't like, I never really was like into the artistry of painting minis for some reason. Too precise, tiny work. I don't like it. I'm a broad strokes kind of guy. You can definitely paint them however your heart desires. That is true, Mark. Your vocabulary is only 5-letter words. No more, no less. Your hands shake too much. I don't have patience for it. I get mad. I'd like to see this plane come on in. Low water pressure. I feel like that happens too often. Can I use the shortcut, please? You fucking dickhead. Don't you do it. There we go. Nope. I don't even know why that's there. Old man guitar. Ferris wheel. Too much money. Too rich for our blood. But when we get the Ferris, we will get the Ferris wheel at some point. For sure. For sure. Do the obligatory walk by and see if the ground is still buried. I'm sure it is. And it is. There'll be no sitting down today. No problem. See dirt. Yeah, there was a. I said that there's a money cheat. I might use it to do the repay your uncle loan achievement. If, oops. Come on, dude. Fucking rude drivers, man. Let's go visit our friends at the airport. Uncle Leon achievement is on a fresh game. Yeah. I would start a fresh game to do the, it's the initial loan he gives you. Yeah. You can do the money cheat to pay him off. Or you could just play without upgrading, I think, or picking up the phone until you get $5,000 and then pay him back immediately. Either way. I don't think it would take too long to get $5,000. You want to go about 3 feet of snow? It's not going to stop all day. We're expecting close to 10. Jesus Christ, where are you at? 24 seconds. 24 seconds. Bring it on in. Calgary. Oof. Do you live in Hoth? Man, when I saw Empire Strikes Back for the first time, which would have been when it came out, it was like 83, I want to say. 81 or 83. Whatever. I remember going to see it in the theater, and Darth Vader walking through the base, the Hoth base, with the stormtroopers while they were trying to escape, and being that close was so fucking scary to me. I almost couldn't handle it. I was so terrified of Darth Vader when I was a kid, and the fact that he was there, just something just scared the. Spoilers. Scared the ever-loving shit out of a 8-year-old Geoff, man. God damn. It made him feel so real and scary to me. I was so scared they weren't going to get away and that he was going to stop them. Like when you're a kid and you believe like 10 minutes into a movie, you're like, well, this could all be over right here, you know? If they don't get out of this, if they don't get the ship off the ground, that's it. We'll just have to leave, I guess, because they'll all be dead. It's like a 30-minute movie. You're a kid, all that stuff seems so believable. Good to see this game working. Well, I wouldn't say it's working. I'd say that I'm desperate to make it last another 30 minutes so that I don't have to switch games in midstream and account for it in a thumbnail. But I don't know that it is working, and I think that there's a real good chance that it's about to crash right here. Okay, didn't crash. Let's see if I can gas them up. Oof. Sucker goes fast. I'd love to talk to you. Let me talk to you. Let's have a... Ah, shit.
Life goes on. See you.
That was disappointing. I'm going to up our ice cream game. Aren't they taking the trash out? Is nobody taking the fucking trash out? I the only one here who takes trash out? I can't even talk to Andrew anymore.
Developing quite well. Don't you happen to need some extra cash?
Right, I've got a broken broom that will not sweep away the dirt. I forgot about that. That's great. That's my favorite. Amelie, can I talk to you? No. Yes, for a second. Amelie, can I talk to you? Yes. Let's clean the station instead of... I'll pump this gas. I still got it what it takes. You have a great day. Thank you so much. All right, we'll see you next time. Okay. All right. What can I do you for? Ooh, would you like a little bit of gasoline? Okay. What a letdown. This is like perfect.
What a letdown. Well, I thought I'd never get you.
This fucking game. Muffins for blueprints. Pringles and muffins for blueprints. Huffin glass cleaner for blueprints. And a couple of orange sodas.
Hermano, you
That was a heavy
exceeded
price
my
to pay, but it's going to be worth it
expectations.
ultimately.
The products are yours.
Okay. We have 4 minutes. I had to trade 30 apples and 12 sunglasses to get the blueprints to my house. You got to build the movie theater, man. Movie theater? What movie theater? Is there a movie theater? Thank you for the sub. Where's this movie theater? I do want that chair, but it's $66,000. Already got that one, right? Yeah, I think, I don't know where it's an upgrade next to the airport DLC, I believe. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey there, Geoff. Been a big fan since the OG RVB days. I remember being a kid and biking across town to my friend's house to watch the new episodes on his family. That's so fucking cool. Glad to see you're still playing games for a living. That 10-year-old kid in me is still jealous as ever. I hope life goes great for you and others. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you for showing me and all the kids like me that time really can do whatever you want in life. You really can, little Squeezard. Thank you so much for saying that, too. This plays a Horizon and American Saga 2 on loop. Thoughts on the Rockets this season? Well, I think that they might be facing some team chemistry issues with the Kevin Durant revelations, but other than that, I think they're a really good team. They need a point guard, but you guys know that. I can't imagine being Jabari Parker or Steven Adams and wanting to play with KD after that, you know? But what are you gonna do? I don't know why I would pay for that right now. How much is this? Easy. That's easy money to spend right there. We thought we were done with this game, but look at this. I didn't know you could have dust over there. No, don't leave. I'm sorry. Take me with you. We should try to catch a flight out of here. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's try to catch a flight out of here. Yeah, I mean, Adams isn't playing, but still, you know what I mean. They're in the same locker room. They're teammates. The drive-in theater DLC hasn't been released for the Xbox. Oh, okay, cool. It must be super broken. Well, the game is, so. Steven Adams is a super nice guy. He trained with a guy I went to school with, and I got to play some street games with him and in his OKC days before he was established in the league. And he seems like a nice dude. Seems like a great teammate. Winner at the lottery. Let's get to deal with that, huh? Congratulations. Oh, we actually fucking won on the lottery this time. I'd love to play pickup with Adams until he sets a screen and you end up getting knocked out. Yeah, until you wake up in the hospital. He's a big dude, that Steven Adams. Big dude. Wonder if I could get a run up. No. Can fight it. One step at a time. This fucking game, man. This fucking game. We did it. Sandstorm. Yeah, no shit. Uh-oh. What's wrong with Nina? She's got her hat on. Why has Nina got a cowboy hat on? What does that mean? That's what that means. Excellent. On my way. Hello, sir. Well, why am I taking care of you and not our incredibly capable employee, Nina? Oh, no reason. There's nothing special or different about you. I just wanted to help out. You have a great day. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Nina. You can take back over, Ricardo. You got this. Wonder what happens when I have completed my third VIP. Here's to hoping for a top 3 finish this season. I think you're probably not going to get that, Wild Mule, and I apologize, but I think it's probably going to go, especially now the Joker's back, I think it's probably going to go Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Denver, Houston. You guys would be fourth. I think you guys could be fourth, which is, you know, it's where you want to be, top 4. As long as you're in the top 4, you've got the advantage. And I don't think there's anybody that's going to step in your way there.
The highest quality right here. This is a joke. The highest quality right here. Pleasure to do business with you.
Take it. Gotta fill 3 more cars, huh? Just need to get 3 more customers in. Doing good. How are you doing, real Wayne Evans? Unless you're a Sixers fan, top 4 means nothing. Just accept a first or second round exit. Trust in the process 15 years later. The list of top picks you guys have had through the process over the years, man. You remember Nerlens Noel? You guys pick him second, right? Or, what's that kid's name? Who you guys picked first, who broke his shot and who never recovered? Can't think of his name. Ben Simmons, another good one. At least Markelle Fultz. Thank you so much, C-Rob. Markelle Fultz. So I was thinking of. Simmons, at least, I mean, he flamed out later for sure. But, and I never liked the guy personally, and I don't like the 76ers, but Ben Simmons was like an all-NBA player for a couple of years there, right? Like, he was all-NBA defense for like 3 years in a row, I want to say. Want to help buy a 100% verified ViewBot stream? Help bust a 100% verified ViewBot stream. They're viewbotting hundreds of people to get followers and subscriptions as an AI bot. No, I don't really want to bust that. I don't know how to do that, and I don't feel like it's my responsibility or job to do that. We actually didn't pick him. Pelicans picked him, and we traded Drew Holiday for him. Yeah, well. Drew Holiday, an all-star for Nerlens Noel, was coming off knee issues. As a Bucks fan, I'm still wondering what the hell happened to Jabari Parker. Sucks to be a Grizzlies fan right now. Sucks to be a Clippers fan. Sucks to be a Grizzlies fan. Nerlens was the first ever Pelicans draft pick. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sloppy Dave. I remembered he was early on as part of the process, but I didn't realize he was actually drafted by the Pelicans. Until they get rid of Doc. I love Doc, but I just feel like his time may be done in the NBA. Like his era of NBA may be over. Maybe he's not the best person to coach in 2026. Hell of a coach in 2010, though. I'm doing great, Mr. Ferdinand Mustache. Hope you're doing well as well. Hope everybody's doing well. Where's that bot? Let me beat him with the hammers. Mark's got it. Mark's on it. Fultz over Tatum is going to be in the Durant Oden level of all-time blunder. Oh, Greg Oden. What a heartbreak that was, huh? Poor son of a bitch. If you're not familiar, Greg Oden was a very highly touted rookie center. Went number 1 in the draft. Went to Portland, I believe. Kevin Durant drafted second. He drafted first. And then his body almost immediately fell apart. And I think he played maybe 80 NBA games in like 6 or 7 years, and just never. He just bought, maybe not even that many. His body just fell apart. Anthony Bennett, biggest bust of all time. The Sixers keep getting big men with injury issues. They've got a type. What are you gonna do? You're an expert. Thank you. Finally, a fucking compliment. I'll take some yerba mate. Premium. No, I don't give a shit about that. I'll take some Grand Latino chocolates, though. Hell yeah. We could put some of this stuff out on the shelves. What was the name of the Celtics player drafted first overall and then he died on draft night? His name was Len Bias. And that was a heartbreaker. Died of complications related to a cocaine overdose, I believe is what it was. I think it was the 87 draft. They were saying he was going to be the next Michael Jordan. And, you know, that's a thing that's always said. They always say those things, but he was a pretty special player and real sad that we never got to see him. Then a few years later, the great Reggie Lewis died on the court. Not a pickup game, not like an NBA game, but yeah, it was a bummer. Len Bias was a real bummer. So we need snacks. Let's just buy a little bit of everything. Let's see how we're doing over here. Oh boy. I can't believe we're still playing. Finally get the other ice cream flavors. I forgot we got those. Whew. Big old order. I didn't know if we'd have the kind of money for that, but I guess we do. We gotta be here for a minute pulling trucks in. Been playing a slow playthrough with a buddy of Roadcraft Hard Mode. We are paving every single road. Currently just got to the second map with over 100 hours already. That sounds awesome, Sad Cat Sam. I'll probably just blow through the last lap. I think we're at like 90% on the last map. And then after that, either fuck with the achievements or just roll into DLC. But I've been off the game for so long, I'll need to refamiliarize myself with it. What's my favorite two-topping pizza? I mean, there's a lot of great combinations there. Pepperoni and onion. I like a vegetable. Sausage and pepperoni is a classic, or pepperoni and mushrooms, but I really like onions. Pepperoni and onion, I think would be good. First time checking out the stream live. Just saw the last So All Right and was so happy to hear we have you here for a bit longer. You absolutely do. Leroy, LaCroix, I like your name. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not doing that podcast anymore, but I will still be here 3 days a week. I'll still be making 5 or 6 days a week of content on regulation. I'll still be streaming 2 days a week for regulation. That's the thing. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Woof. Controller. Lost the controller for a second there. I stream on Mondays on the regulation channel. I stream here Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and here Mondays. Thursdays, I guess I don't stream, but Fridays I stream. And then, of course, the podcast comes out Wednesday. Supplemental content comes out almost every day, but I don't know, Thursday or Sunday or something. I can never keep it straight. And then I guess there is no more. And then it's just me streaming and me doing regulation. That's it now. No more Anma, Gus, no more. It's all right.
That'll do.
You leaving or coming? You're leaving. Let's go stock some shelves. Okay. I was plane coming in. Perfect timing. It's 10. Break time for Braxy. Hell yeah, Braxler. Get you break. I'll probably hang out for... I don't have to stop now. So I'll probably hang out for a little while. Are you telling me that the mac and cheese from CC's Pizza doesn't hold up? Insane. That's insane. How's that possible? Wait, can I... I'm not trying to harass you or anything, but we're supposed to trade? Supposed to be able to trade with you? I'd like to trade. There we go. Cuban license plates. Take that. Havana glasses. Do we even sell? Those are new, right? You can have all these fucking cigarettes. I don't give a shit about them. Sweet. There we go. There we go. Can I put this in here somewhere? Decorate the shop? No? Okay. Well, let's go love Cuba over in the main room then. It was pretty cute. I can't jump over it while I'm holding it, I guess. It's too good not to keep holding on to, though. Can I put it on the outside? I can. I'm going to cover up this stupid... Yeah, perfect. I love it. That's great. All right, let's... Nothing there. How about this? Oh, you guys want some what were those? Some nachos muchachos? Some crusties? Is there anything else I got? No. Nothing else fancy. Okay. Oh, I can do the Havana glasses. Well, I guess I can't until I need them. All right. Saw someone playing a gas station simulator where you're an alien pretending to be a human and hiding from federal agents. It was an awesome co-op game, and I'd love to see Regulation Crew play together. I would like to see that as well. We all downloaded the game last Friday and tried to play it, but the multiplayer servers were down, and we could not get into a game together, so we could not play it. But if the game were to work, I'd play it in a second. All right, Geoff, listen. 11-year-old me loved it. So when I had the chance to eat it 16 years later, I figured maybe it was good. But all things come to an end. The dessert pizza's still pretty good. I was watching yesterday's fiasco here. Is the game back to being stable again? It is not. No, it is absolutely not. No, it's a buggy mess, unfortunately. Okay, coming in 30 seconds though. Do I have 2 airstrips? I do. Oh, I'm over 10,000. I can allow myself to buy another update. We got everything here. Don't need anything from the base game. We could use... I don't really care about spending $3,500 on that right now. I'll do it as a completionist later. That seems fine eventually. 4th column, 5th column, 6th column. I don't know that I care about that either. New party time vending machine. Bigger ice cream stand. 2 new flavors. Okay. Booyah. Wind gusts above 60 miles per hour. Jeez Louise. That's pretty insane. You guys about to start your shift? Have a good one. Are those Slack notifications giving you a heart attack? They are. I don't know how to turn them off. It's Andrew asking questions. Look at that. We got customers at the cash register, ice cream, fuel, car wash. They're spending money every way we gave them to. I love it. I really appreciate hanging out with you guys this morning. It was a weird one to wake up knowing that the world was going to know that I was ending my podcast. And I was just hoping people weren't mad at me about it or like, you know, upset with me for being lazy or something. Seems like you guys have been very kind about it. I appreciate that. Tell Andrew we said hi. Yeah.
That'll do.
All good? Seems like we're all good. Delivery at the warehouse gate. I need more. He's leaving, right? Yeah. Go see how the ice cream's doing.
No.
I don't want to do it. I can't. That's the one thing I'm not good at. I don't want to sell ice cream. That minigame fucks me up. Dollar Wing Tuesday at the Press Box Sports Bar in Tampa. It's their mistake. Mark, you're the best. Oh, dude. That's awesome. No queue for J. Cole tickets. Maybe sad, but as long as you don't drop off the face of the earth. I will at some point, though. You know that, right? Like, at some point, I will drop off the face of the earth. Not for a very long time, but someday it'll have to happen. Just not now. No, not now.
a joke. I'm dreaming about the cold beer, amigo.
No. No.
I'm dreaming about the cold
Yes.
beer.
Yes. You guys want some muffins? You want some super shine?
Deal.
And a battery.
That was rapido.
Thank you.
Deal. That was
Oh yeah, we're just chatting today, but this is a gas station simulator. We're mostly just chatting though. It's a broken mess of a game that we are on, that's on its very last legs until they patch it. We'll play the entire DLC when it shows up, but until then, I think we're about done. Because I just can't fucking stomach these crashes. I can't get anywhere. 20 plus years of great memories. You've done more than enough for this community. Oh, it crashed. It crashed. It crashed. Let's just see what happens. We put a lot of hours into this game before we had to walk away from it. I would say probably 20 hours we've put into this game. Tell you what, we'll just go to full webcam. I'll leave that on in the background. We'll see what happens with it. Reinstalling it. Yeah, maybe. Call it time of death. Man, I'm sick of fighting this game, though. Sick of fighting this fucking game. I just want to play it. Maybe we'll do Dave the Diver tomorrow. Maybe we will do... Maybe we will do... Bolt Gun. Problem with Bolt Gun, I enjoy the game. The problem with Bolt Gun is it requires a lot of attention, so I can't like half play, half bullshit with you guys. I like these simulator games because they don't take much of your attention, you know? Yeah, well, what are you going to do? I got all these cards behind me that I'm holding on to organizing because I have some sort of an idea that I'm going to turn that into a stream, but I haven't tried to put it together yet, so I have no idea how well it's going to work. High on Life. Andrew, I think you said that game wasn't good. That's the new one that just came out, is that right? I'm looking. Yeah, High on Life 2. Are you guys enjoying High on Life 2? Andrew said it. He wanted to like it, but it missed the mark pretty hard. To me, the jokes got old very fast. Yeah, that's what Andrew was saying too. Brutal. Yeah, I think I probably won't play it. I don't know. Maybe I'll reinstall. Maybe we'll play Roadcraft tomorrow. See what that's all about again. We got plenty of options. We could also try Barn Finders. Could try Treasure Hunter Simulator. Maybe give one of those bad boys a shot. Have I played this small game called Minecraft? I have. I'm sad to say that Minecraft holds very little appeal to me in 2026. I wish it did. I remember it so fondly. I have such overwhelmingly positive memories of it. I've spent thousands upon thousands of hours building and recording and then also just playing with my daughter in Minecraft, you know, like Millie and I used to play Minecraft together all the time. We even still have a world together that we don't play ever, but we both have ideas that we will someday. So I have so much love and reverence for Minecraft, but I'll be damned if I could sit down and play it right now and get anything out of it. Have you seen the clip of Ray finding you in Red Dead and then holds you up and then says, you're gonna make me play Minecraft again, Geoff? No, I didn't see that. I mean, Minecraft's so different than when I played it. Millie and I went through a few years ago and we did a bunch of stuff like with the heart of this ocean and all that stuff. But there's definitely more to Minecraft that I haven't done, but it's just not. I just had enough of it, you know? Arcade Paradise. And I love that rec. Is that an Xbox game? Yeah, Roadside Research is on the list. Hawks Eternal, it's come up a couple times today. We tried to play it last week with regulation, and the servers were down, so we couldn't get into a game together. I hope my dog's okay. It's not like him to show pain, you know? I think he must be really, really hurt or really sore if he's wincing and crying as much as he was. No, Emily took him to the vet on her way to work, so I was going to take him in a little while, but they wanted to see him immediately, so she went ahead and took him in. That's what I was doing when I walked away for a second. I was putting him in the car. I don't know what happened to Albert. He went to daycare yesterday and came home a little slow. And then by the time we got into bed last night, he yelped when I touched his back. And then he's been off ever since. Yeah, I hope he just like pulled a muscle or something. He's a little fucking psycho. And so he probably hurt himself trying to play. Who's the best NBA talking head news person? Depends on what you mean by best, Mark. The worst is Stephen A. Smith. I would say in terms of pure hard news and facts, I would say Zach Lowe probably gives you the best information. He's a bit dry. I'm a Bill Simmons fan myself, but that could also be because I'm a Celtics fan. But I feel like he gives the best everyman sports take, you know, tries his best not to be too homery for Boston, but I'd say he loves the game and genuinely loves talking about it. And I'd say, you know, he's wrong. You disagree with him a lot, but I'd say he has the best, like, just like every guy, like every man takes. I'll tell you what, I've started listening to, he's more football than basketball, but I have finally started listening to Nick Wright a little bit, and I'm enjoying him. I think Nick Wright's all right. Nick Wright annoys the hell out of you too. Well, if you're not a Kansas City fan, I can definitely imagine it. But I find that he has some pretty common sense takes on NBA. I love Kendrick Perkins, but he's perennially bad takes. But he's a likable guy. You know, I don't know. Jalen Rose is real good. I like Reggie Miller. I think he does pretty good commentary. Stephen A. Smith's fucking threatening to run for president, which is, I can't imagine. I remember when Bill Simmons was tolerable. To each their own. I still enjoy him. I've also spent the last 20 years having people tell me I remember when Rooster Teeth was good, or when Achievement Hunter was still funny, or when Let's Play was good, or when you guys were still made me laugh. So I guess I'm see that a little differently. Stephen A. Smith seems like a guy who never played in high school but claims he could have gone pro. He's rich and loud and has got a platform and is loving it. Nothing beats watching Shaq and Barkley go back and forth at halftime. They're the best. I mean, they're the absolute best. Inside the NBA is the absolute best. You've been watching the Olympics? I have. I've watched a lot of the Olympics. I've actually watched a shitload of curling. I got really into the U.S. curling team this year. Watched a little bit of the. Honestly, I've watched everything I can. All the snowboarding that I could see, all the skiing I could see, ice skating I've watched, luge, skeleton, all that stuff. You got to watch the clip of Stephen A. box. Oh, I saw that. I've seen it. Yeah. Canadians are definitely making a name for themselves. Dirk, Nash, Haslam, and Blake Griffin are fun to listen to. Those are all dudes I like a lot, especially Udonis Haslam. I think he's a really interesting, cool dude, and his whole career has been fascinating. I think he's really a really cool dude. And then Blake Griffin is just funny. Like he's an entertaining dude. Dirk and Nash are cool too. They're a little dry, but I like. Nash has got some sarcasm to him that I like. A little dry sarcasm. I'm so glad this country is catching the curling spark. We'll forget about it again. I do this every Olympics. I get really excited about curling. I think I'm into it, and then 4 years later, curling is on, and I'm like, why the fuck is it this thing again? Then I sit down and I make myself watch it, and I get back into it, and I go, oh yeah, I do like this. Why did I think I didn't? Did I see the U.S. snowboarders celebrate too early in fall? I did not, but that sounds brutal. I definitely did not. Olympic Village ran out of, by day 3, 10,000 condoms. Busy. That sounds exhausting. Did you see the Olympian admit to cheating on live TV? No, I did not. Hey, what's up, Ocean Boy? What about you guys? You guys asked my favorite sports talking heads. What about y'all? You don't like Bill Simmons. You don't like Nick Wright. Who are you guys into? I can't get into anything Barstool related. FYI. Did I get my hands tattooed prior to being a content creator? No. I think that I got those probably around like 2010, 2012. I was pretty deep into my career at that point. Do you think the Boston Red Sox have a top 3 starting rotation in baseball right now? You know, I don't know enough about the Red Sox. I basically just follow the Tigers, and I kind of hate watch the White Sox a little bit. So I'm not super, and I'm connected to the Dodgers through my father-in-law, but most of my baseball focus goes just to the Tigers. So the only thing I know about the Red Sox is they didn't get Bregman, and Roman Anthony is supposed to be the real deal. So I really don't. Well, how do you feel about the Red Sox? Wow, man, I appreciate you saying that, Braxton, man. I definitely have enthusiasm for sports. I have enthusiasm for anything I like, but I actually like Pat McAfee. See, I cannot fucking stand Pat McAfee. No offense, but I watched a lot of College Game Day because I'm a Saban fan and because I watch college football. And having that dickhead stand up on top of a fucking table and dance or rip his shirt off and scream to the crowd is just I find him to be fucking insufferable. To each his own. No offense. I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum. If you like Pat McAfee, clearly he resonates with a vast majority of people because he basically runs ESPN at this point. He is their biggest star, and he seems to be doing very, very well for himself. And so cheers to him. But yeah, he's not my bag. Thoughts on Verlander joining the Tigers? I think it's fucking awesome. I hope he retires. Just got tired of Simmons and don't care for geopolitical commentary. I see it now, but I appreciate how much he helped grow change. See, I got to say, Johan, I've been listening to Bill Simmons weekly for, I don't know, the last 2 years. And he never talks about politics. If anything, I'm surprised how little it comes up. And when somebody brings up a joke or something, he steers the other way. I find it kind of annoying because I don't know, you like to glean people's political leanings through their through insights in the way they communicate. And I can't get a handle on him politically at all. And I'll be honest with you, Johan, I just have to push back and say that, like, at least in the last 2 years, in my experience, his show has been the opposite of that. Personally. I think college sports is more engaging than pro sports most of the time. I think so in football. I don't really feel that way about the other sports. Red Sox didn't get Bregman. Good. I love college sports, watch them more than professional sports, but the NIL has been a serious problem for me. And the lack of action makes me sad. I think college football is the most enjoyable college sport to watch. March Madness is good, but college football, and I feel like the NIL has ruined college football. The college football playoffs are a fucking nightmare, and it's impossible to pay attention to. And I'm sorry, who won? Indiana, right? Did they just go 16-0 or something? How do they play that many games in college sports? They need to figure it out. They need to figure out the NBA fucking draft right now too. They need to figure out tanking. That's the biggest problem in my life is NBA teams tanking. It's out of control. It's always existed, but it's worse than ever. They played 12 regular season, 1 conference, then they had a bye, then they played 3 playoff games. That's crazy. That's a lot of games for college kids to play. They're supposed to be having some semblance of an education in there as well. Have you completely stopped rooting for the White Sox? I have. Distilled biscuits, yeah. It's weird. I've never walked away from a team before. I liked the Oakland Athletics when I was a kid because of the Bash Brothers, like everybody my age did. And I rooted for the A's and I was a big A's fan. But that fandom pretty much died when Canseco and McGuire left. I don't really care about the A's after that. And I found out I really didn't like the A's. I just liked McGuire and Eckersley and Dave Stewart. But the White Sox, I've been a fan of my entire life, as long as I've been a Celtics fan. And it was weird to walk away from them, but I don't feel it anymore. You can't make yourself be a fan. And if everything the team does is just to the detriment of the team and the fandom, it's just at some point you got to walk away. First team since 1894 to go 16-0. Yeah, it's too many games. Hopefully the FIA doesn't bail them out and makes the teams actually figure it out. Follow any rugby league? No. I'm barely able to follow the 3 sports I follow now. I guess 4 if you count football, but I don't really follow. Well, I do. It's definitely the least of the 4 sports for me. I'd go basketball, hockey, baseball. But that'll probably flip when baseball season starts and hockey is over. You seen a dead homeless man get eaten by some stray feral dogs? Imagine that sticks with you. I saw some shit in Kuwait I don't like to think about. Did you hear about the college hockey player that was going to be the number 1 pick then got arrested? I did. As a Welshman, I'd love to get into hockey and baseball, but there's just too many games a week to keep up with. Love the NFL because you can watch the majority of games over 6 hours on a Sunday. So I reckon they'll ruin it chasing more profits. I mean, yeah, that's essentially correct. Regulation. I will say, if you're worried about them ruining it by chasing profits now, I mean, they've always been chasing profits for the entirety of your lifetime. They've been chasing profits, and it hasn't. I don't know why it would be any worse than 10 years ago. It's all about shopping. There was a lot of shopping when I was there too. A lot of very fancy shopping. It's some of the craziest malls you'll ever experience. Crazy to me, the World Cup final is going to be in MetLife, always voted the most terrible playing surface. There's no way anyone can walk to the stadium. I think it'll be a mess, yeah. Thanks for pushing back on Simmons. I can't find anything. All right, what I thought was problematic. I was in the wrong. Oh, no worries, Johan. He might be. It might be. It's not something that I've experienced, and I've been listening to him. I mean, I've been familiar with him my entire adult life, but I would say I made a conscious switch like 2 years ago where I just felt like I was listening to too many comedy podcasts, and you run a risk of like osmosis, and you don't want to like unintentionally absorb some other people's comedy and have it affect yours, or maybe steal bits without realizing it. And I figured it would be safer to and it's too much, So I made a switch away from comedy podcasts to sports podcasts, and so I chose then to start listening to Bill. So I can't really commentate on what he was like before, other than my passing familiarity with Grantland and his time at ESPN and everything. Thank you for the sub, Toaster. But I can just in the 2 years I've listened to him, he mostly just wants to talk about Survivor and the Heat and the Town, if he's not talking about sports. Like watching the Cowboys versus Saints in either Razorback Stadium or LSU Stadium would be interesting to see. Yeah. Aussie Rules football's great. It's hard to follow from a world away. And like I said, NBA is a full-time job for me. Hockey is damn near a full-time job. The only thing that's different about hockey to me is I will sit down and I'll watch any NBA game. Not any NBA game. I wouldn't watch the Pelicans and the Kings play right now, but just about any NBA game. I'd watch Charlotte and Washington right now. Yeah, most of the teams are interesting and fun to watch. I would not do that with hockey. I would only watch the Red Wings. I'd maybe watch Bruins if I was hard up, because I feel positively towards them, but I would only watch the Red Wings. Baseball, I would watch any game. Football, I don't. I'm doing well. Thank you, Coach. Love Cooper Flagg. He's been a lot of fun to watch this season. He really has. He's gonna get better. He's gonna continue. Like the thing about Cooper Flagg is he's great now. This is the worst he'll ever be. He's just gonna continue to get better. The thing I love about Flagg and Wemby coming in is something that I haven't seen a lot in other talent of this generation, is they both seem uniquely hungry for it. They want to be the best player in the world. They want the pressure. They want all the smoke. They want the mantle. And I just feel like there's a lot of people that don't come into the NBA with that killer instinct, or it looks like they're going to come in like Zion or Ja, and then it just kind of doesn't go anywhere and flames out. I think those two dudes live and breathe basketball, and it's all they care about. And they want to be the best player on the court every time they're on the court. And I love that. We need more of that. Have you ever tried college hockey? No, I haven't. I never have. Never seen a single game. Yeah, I watch most of my hockey on ESPN Plus. Yeah, that Wemby at the All-Star game was great to watch. Watching how mad he was at Karl Anthony Towns was great. Geoff, do you remember filming Mario Brothers U with the gamepad? I do. I remember how mad everybody got at me. Well, I had a blast. There's not many 7+ footers who can dribble and shoot. Yeah, I mean, Wimby plays like a point guard. I've also loved you playing Fallout with Emily. Do you think she'd be interested in something like LA Noire or a Telltale game? LA Noire is interesting. I never considered that. She definitely wants to play GTA. She was watching me watch a TikTok last night and said, I want to do that. So we will see. I don't think she'll like GTA, but maybe LA Noire. What do I think of possible NBA expansion? I'm for it. I like it. I like the idea. I'd rather it be Seattle and Austin than Seattle and Vegas, but I don't think Austin stands a chance being so close to San Antonio. So I imagine we'll get a Supersonics back and then some sort of a Vegas team, and then that'll be it for a while. I think right now, though, the biggest problem is just tanking. I wish that they could fix tanking. I'd rather have that than more NBA teams. I'd rather have them figure out a way to fix the draft and tanking than do anything else. Who are you going to see the Spurs play, Sad Cat? Are you going to... Is it the Austin games? They playing the Kings and the Suns, right? In Austin. I think I'm going to at Pistons. Oh, okay. On Monday. Nice. They're playing 2 games in Austin pretty soon. I think maybe this weekend. I bought tickets the previous years, but I figured I'm just gonna like check it out day of and see if there's anything fun available. Otherwise, I probably won't bother going. I don't need to see the Spurs play the Kings. Suns would be interesting. They're a scrappy team. You wish St. Louis could get one? Or Seattle? I don't. I'm not sure if you're abbreviating Seattle or St. Louis there. They need to make it so out of playoff contention teams have better draft lottery odds the higher they finish. Yeah, I think. Thank you for the sub, Sweet Home Appalachia. St. Louis. I hear you. I think you probably got to get rid of pick protections. I mean, get rid of them completely. You get the draft pick you get based on how well you did that season. And if you want to trade that draft pick, you can trade that draft pick. But that's it. There are no pick protections. There are no top 8 protected picks. There are trades. There are no top 4 protected. If you trade the number 1, you trade the number 1. If you trade the number 12, you trade the number 12. That's it. I think that would help a lot. I think they could also punish teams financially for intentional tanking, which they seem to be serious about. They just did that to Utah. We'll see if that continues. Did the spider just lay? It's like a sun ray or something, right? No, I think if anything, we made it worse. It's a glare coming in from the light. Way too complicated and helps the owners, not the fans the content is intended for. I heard a possible system where it's literally lottery tickets that roll over every year, and you get more the worse you are, and they reset if you get the number 1 pick. They also lower your number of tickets if you make the playoffs or something. Yeah. They have to eliminate teams' ability. Like, no matter what rule you set in place, teams are immediately going to try to figure out how to circumvent it and break it. Teams are immediately going to try to figure out how to Andrew the rules. And so you just have to make it as bulletproof as you can. You made me laugh. I am Beggarman. Could there ever be a hyper dominant player like MJ in today's NBA with the league being full of A+ killers? Yeah. I mean, there are. LeBron James was that until 2 years ago, and I would say Steph Curry's kind of still there. And that's who Wemby's going to be, you know. Anthony Edwards might as well. We'll see. Looks like an Instagram filter now. I guess this must be time of day. Maybe my camera's dying all at once. What are you going to do? Maybe my camera found out So All Right ended and it was like, what about me? Avoiding the 401k work. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I'm done here, I have to turn like this to the other computer. Do the unfun stuff. Wimby and Ant are the two guys I can see that being. I hope Maxi can be this era's AI. Maxi's really good. He's really good. Well, I should probably fuck off now. I got to go do a bunch of boring administrative work. Thanks for hanging out and talking basketball. Thanks for suffering through Gas Station Simulator with me today. Thank you again for all your support. Thank you for listening to So All Right for those of you that did. And I'm sorry that it ended, but I genuinely loved making it for you guys. And it's not going anywhere. You can listen to all the old episodes. If you want to know hot takes on the NBA that are 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 years old as time goes on, they'll be preserved forever. You guys have a great day. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.